I'm Chris Patterson, Director of Programs at the Institute for Nonviolence Chicago. So we started about 3 years ago creating the Institute for Nonviolence Chicago from scratch. When we were putting together the organization, we really just thought about who's doing it really well. Who's our executive director connected us to Urban Peace Institute. We came out here and it really helped us form who we were, our identity as an organization. We were able to take some case management examples, outreach examples, and most important for us was the creation of what now exists in Chicago called Community Partnering for Peace. We created a Metropolitan Police Academy. And so we're actually now in our 4th cohort, and so much of that was really just driven and inspired by the work that you're doing here at the Urban Peace Institute. Right now, it's an academy that professionalizes outreach across Chicago, right? It's the first time it's ever happened on such a broad scale. You can't really just take for granted the idea that sharing a thought is huge. But just knowing, one, that there's partners out there doing the work and there's a shared struggle, to know that, they can pick up the phone if I have a question, right? So the Urban Peace Institute has been doing it a lot longer than, say, the Institute for Nonviolence. If there's a question, I can get on the phone, talk to Mel, talk to Claudia, I can talk to Fernando, right? There's people that answer our Jacob, right? There's folks that answer our questions. I would say the new generation of outreach in the city of Chicago, Urban Peace Institute helped us set that up. As a result of that, we've been able to help other partner organizations who've only been doing it for, say, a year or so. And so I think that learning, that mentoring, as it's beneficial for an outreach worker to mentor and support a participant, so it's important for organizations to do that to each other. And I think that, not all flowers bloom at the same time. Some of us been doing things a lot longer, and so we could use, Urban Peace Institute, so definitely I would, recommend it for other organizations to definitely call in, get that support they need, because the reality is there's not a standardized, professionalized training across the country for outreach. What the Urban Peace Institute has done with law enforcement, to see how it's played out, to answer some of those hard questions, and so I can go on and on about the services and the knowledge that could be shared, from the Urban Peace Institute to other organizations across regions. And I think it would be really wise to know that you're not wise and to reach out to other organizations that are doing it well. It's really important, right? To know that we'll have support from UPI for logistics, data, training, and just to know that someone who's been doing it for a long time is really just kind of making sure that we don't make the mistakes they've made, right? Which is really selfless, and a really great, service from UPI.